cave in Wistful Vistas, beautiful suburban San Diego, California. It's May. 2023 in California has been very wet, very cold, continues to be so. It's a crazy thing. I think we've inverted with our famous Northwest weather, which is a lot of gray clouds and a lot of rain. Although this afternoon we've got some beautiful sunshine out there. Temperature, mid-60s F. I'll tell you what that is Celsius. I was getting to the point where I could know that, but can't remember at the moment. But in any case, I thought it'd be a great time to do a little catch-up on what ketchup? How about some mustard? On what I've done to the bike in the intervening time that I haven't been riding so much. So there's just a few things to bring up, and I've got some photos of them. One is I've installed some ASV levers onto the machine, and these are really nice because they are adjustable. You've got a little turnbuckle on them, and you can adjust them for reach in and out. I like to ride typically with a couple of fingers just over the brake pedal, front brake pedal, so I've got it covered. So I have to grab it. I can grab it a little bit and get my foot in. And then clutch, I like having the clutch. I don't have very large hands, and I like having the clutch probably a little tighter than a lot of other people do. Now, the machine does come stock with some adjustability built into its levers. Aprilia do a good job of that. However, as you're tightening it, you're also playing a little bit with the bite point, on the clutch and on the brakes. And they just spend more time. They've got more time to engineer them, and kudos to ASV. They've done a great job. The other big modification is I've added a Akrapovic, probably in Serbia or wherever they build these. That's much easier to say. Let's call it an Akrapovic. I think the way they actually pronounce it is Akrapovic, but I'm not sure. Somebody tell me what the correct pronunciation is. Added the exhaust, and just like it did on my 2017, it allowed the motor comes in now in full bloom, drops the output an octave or two, so you now get a baritone instead of a tenor. Now, the original exhaust system that comes with this machine is very nice and slender, much more slender than the original stock machine stock exhaust that came with the 2017, but it still lacks that throatiness that the Acropovich can give you. Another little note, and I noted this with the 2017 as well, and that is that the exhaust, putting the exhaust on and removing the flapper valve actually makes the bike run cooler. Now, I can't give you, especially here in San Diego, I can't give you a degree over degree measurement difference, but what I can tell you is that as I'm looking at the bars in the segment of the temperature reading on the TFT display of the Tuono, it's running about 1 bar cooler generally. Even at a stop, it used to run up to all but the last bar in warm or hot sunlight. It now comes up to all but the last 2 bars, and it seems to hover there. So just like it did before, one of the, I guess, nicer outputs, one of the nicer pluses that you don't know about when you first get into putting in a exhaust system is that, it runs cooler, which is nice. I don't get as much heat built into my inner leg. So those are the 2 things that I just had done. I had to take it in to get the first service done because it has actually sitting in my garage for about 6 months, and did it over at Grand Prix Motorcycles in San Diego. I recommend them. Great shop. Interested guys, enthusiasts. So if you're in the greater San Diego, even up into northern Orange County, apologies to the Orange County dealers. I don't know you, but I do know Grand Prix Motorcycles and they have been great guys to deal with me for more than 5 years now. But yeah, she's running great. She's sounding great. He's running great. He's sounding great. You choose your gender. Tony Thunder is the name that I've given this, and the Acropovich really does give it that thunder. So be prepared. You're going to see more of this machine out on the road, and hopefully more of me riding it. Take care. If you're riding, ride safe. And to all the people who've been so encouraging to me over time, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And we're back. Does this make my rear end look large? Send me a note. Leave it in the description down below and tell me.